Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Scary Stories by the Campfire. We are your counselors tonight, Jeremy.
And Jason.
And Jason, I just have one question. Do you want to play a game? Oh, sorry, hold up. Wrong voice. Do you want to play a game?
Yeah, that was
Oh, God. That was the worst part of the whole thing.
Jeremy, this I don't want to be hard on it. Okay, I don't want to be like extremely difficult on this movie because I think in the grand scheme of things it's not like a bad movie. But just with how the Saw movies have increasingly gotten more crazier and more just huge in the aspect of everything it's going for. This movie's bad. I don't like this movie. I don't like it. I don't like this movie. Everything about it is wrong. It just feels like this movie just feels wrong.
Is it because it's not the Saw we've grown to know and love over 7 movies?
This is almost like a reboot, but not a reboot. It's like, hey, you know what would be a really great idea if we rebooted Saw? And then they kind of did it and went, no. Change it up a little bit and mention Jigsaw. This is just a side story, you know? And I really don't think we're going to get any sort of extra. Okay, I don't want to go that far yet because we do still have Saw X that we're watching, which we're gonna watch Monday.
Yeah, because it's out on Blu-ray.
I think it's gonna. Yeah, but what?
It's out on Blu-ray. I saw it at Walmart the other day.
Oh, no, I was just thinking it was. Well, we're gonna watch it anyway, but I don't think it's gonna have anything to do with this movie at all. So I can guarantee we are not gonna, unless they come up with like Spiral 2. I don't think they're gonna have any sort of like, continuation of this movie.
I mean, the killer's still alive.
Yay! Okay, so let's just go over the basics of this movie, and I can not like it some more.
But first, I just want to start by saying, and I'm gonna be in the minority, and I don't care. I liked Chris Rock in this movie.
Okay, look, I don't mind Chris Rock. Okay, no, I don't mind him. It's not like I don't. It's not like he's a comedian. This movie is supposed. He doesn't do this movie.
Thank you, PJ. It wasn't that bad.
Oh wait, I'm not looking at the disc. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So I don't think he was bad in this movie. I think some of the liberties that he took when it just turned up almost into a stand-up comedy where he's just kind of like. Where he's just telling jokes the entire time. It felt kind of off. It was more like, hey, look, I'm Chris Rock and I'm funny. And I'm doing a serious movie. But I'm also being funny. A lot of it didn't land with me very well. I think if it was a comedy, it would make sense. This just doesn't feel like you know what I'm saying? It's just I didn't like it. It's not him. I think it was just the jokes.
Well, let's
They're like what?
Let's start with the biggest elephant in the room when it comes to this movie and the actual Saw movies.
Okay. The fact that they said, "Hey, this movie has Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson."
No.
And Sammy Jackson only appeared like 10 minutes?
Yeah, but he had the best response when it was like
Oh my God.
when he walked in that room and it's like, "Hey, hello, Captain Banks. I want to play a game." And he's like, "All right, you want to play a game? I'll play." You're just like,
And I can't respond. I can't respond on chat. I'm not logged in.
but no, the biggest elephant in the room is the fact that um you you I get that they couldn't use the iconic Billy the Puppet voice because that was Kramer. That was his thing.
That was the trademark of the Jigsaw cult.
But
Not the
why do you have this high-pitched whiny voice?
what we got here is great value Jigsaw.
Like,
Actually, to mind you, these traps were actually.
no, I'm not talking about the traps.
Well, I know that you're talking about the voice. You're
I'm
stuck
just
on the voice.
just the voice itself.
I mean, to me, it feels like they're getting away from that. If it's a Jigsaw copycat, if
I,
maybe if he's got some sort of respect for the OG Jigsaw, he's not gonna like steal his entire trope. He's not trying to. He's trying to emulate Jigsaw, not be Jigsaw. So in his own fashion, that's why he doesn't have a Billy the Puppet. That's why he doesn't use the "Hello, detective" deep voice.
any other voice could have been better. Any voice at all.
Oh yeah, sure. You say that now.
I would have rather heard Elmo than this. Okay.
I'm trying to picture that. I'm trying to get it to come out of my mouth, but I can't. Oh, folks, I want to play a game. Oh my god.
Oh god.
How about we get Jeff Goldblum to be the Jigsaw voice.
Detective Banks, I want to play a game. Game. I want to play a game. In 30 seconds.
Oh
Seconds,
my
right?
god, just
Yes.
tell me now.
Yes. In
Just tell
30
me now.
seconds, the water will fill to that wire, and the wire there will electrocute you.
Oh my
It will
god.
electrocute you.
He's still
But
good.
all you have to do is bite down on the contraption around your head.
Oh my god. Even on the Twitch, Chris Rock is looking at you kind of weird. He's like, what? Seriously? Okay, so so the basic plot of this movie is that this Jigsaw copycat is targeting cops.
Yes, he
Which
wants
there's
to
this
clean up this police station.
He's working in Gotham, apparently, one of the most corrupt police departments. Where is this, in LA? Is this LA? Wasn't he like LA?
No,
I think
they didn't. I don't remember what town they mentioned.
thought they said, well, whatever. But it's supposed to be like this relatively large city, probably LA-ish in type. I'm thinking if it's not LA, it's based on LA. But yeah, apparently, Chris Rock's character, he took down or turned in a crooked cop.
Yep.
He caught a crooked cop and turned him in, and now the whole police department turned on him because he's a rat. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but really, is every single member of that police force like corrupt? And is it so bad that a good cop, that even the good cops are like, that guy's dirty, but he's still a cop? A dirty cop's a dirty cop,
Yep.
and but it just seemed like the whole police department was like completely against him. This new partner, and they start doing this little jigsaw hunt. The first guy,
He was an
on the first.
off-duty detective at the
Yeah, at some
carnival.
sort of yeah, at some sort of carnival.
Oh no, it's the
He got
4th of July.
is it 4th of July?
Yeah, it was the 4th of July.
I thought it was like Chinese New Year or something. I thought there was like dragons and pig masks. It was the pig, I believe, something like that. That's why they had like all the pig masks and stuff. But
He chases a thief down the sewer.
yeah, he ends up chasing this guy down the sewer, and he gets attacked by Miss Piggy, and he ends up he ends up awake in a subway tunnel. He's standing on what, like a chair or a bar stool or
Yeah,
something, some sort of something. He's got his hands barbed wire tied behind him, and he's got his tongue stuck in this contraption. Now, apparently, this guy is known for getting on the stand and lying
under
while
oath.
under oath, and he's putting away people into prison doing that, right? So that's a big no 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 no. So he gets caught, tape plays, and pretty much says, "Look, this is what you do. You lie on the stand. It's your
Yep.
tongue that gets you in trouble. Simplest way out of this: step off. Wait till do the rest. It'll rip your tongue right out." Okay. If you don't, the choo-choo train hits you. The big old subway train come flying down the rails. And my f- my favorite part. It's my favorite part out of every one of these Saw movies is where they waste the 30 seconds that they're given, and then they want to make the sacrifice at the last second. You know, they'll sit there and they'll struggle and oh no 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 no, I can't do this. Ah, da, 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 da. Then it's about like 3 seconds from the end. They're like, okay, you know what? I can.
Yeah,
Like this guy, he sat there. He spent the entire time,
trying to get his arms unhooked.
yeah, trying to get his arms unhooked. He wasted about half that time getting them undone. He couldn't figure out how to get his tongue out of the kitchen. And then by the time the train is literally 5 feet from him, he decides he wants to take a step off. And by the time he steps off, it pretty much kind of rips the tongue and splatters him all over the front of the train. Pretty gnarly stuff, I would say. Um,
Yep. So
yeah, so,
they find out that he was a cop, and they assign it to Mr. Rock here, and he
oh,
gets
Mr.
his
Rock.
new partner, a
Yep.
brand new detective, Detective William Shank.
Yeah, because what uh, what was Chris? I made a joke about it. Banks. His last name was Banks, wasn't it?
Who?
Chris Rock's character
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
Banks
yeah.
because we
Banks and Shank.
shank and bank.
Yeah.
um, so they go on this police hunt to track down um the new Jigsaw. I think they have one other detective guy with him or something. And
Well, they had the whole homicide. You have Boswick, who was helping them, and Fitch and Captain Angie. Like the two
yeah,
other ones that really kind of stood out helping was Detective Fitch, which is the one that was always in the police station, and Boswick, who was the one who. Okay, I'm sorry. I hated this. This was the one trap I absolutely hated because his
what the
feet his feet were completely unattached to anything, and he's like in the pool, but the wires are long enough that he can literally just kind of stand up and get out.
yeah? I mean, I guess
And then you wouldn't get electrocuted because you just stand up and get out of the water.
maybe. I mean, did you actually ever see his feet?
Yeah, he like pulled him up and like picked his knees up and was like pulling on the machine.
Mm.
So he could have easily just got up, went, all right, I'm gonna chill here and wait. All right, we good.
This one. Okay, so let's describe the trap. This guy is sitting in a pool of water, and he has his fingers in these what look like those Chinese finger traps.
I don't know how they got him so tight onto his fingers.
They could have been woven into the,
It might have been.
but they got him. They got his fingers in this thing, and he's got his head in this contraption. Now the way this works is that um, I'm not entirely sure what he did. I know
Planet,
he.
he
I
planted
know he.
fake evidence.
Oh, was that it? He was playing
Yeah.
that. Okay, so that, and he let Chris Rock get
No.
shot.
No. He shot somebody. He shot that kid.
He shot the kid.
Yes, he shot that kid in the car. Because where they find the car is where he shot him at.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, so yeah, he killed a cop or killed a kid or someone. I don't think necessarily a kid. Could have been anyone, but killed a person for a routine traffic stop, I guess. And but oh, that he was also the guy who didn't respond to
Yeah, you find
Chris.
that out later.
Yeah, Chris Rock was calling for help in the past. They do have like a little bit of flashbacks, but not to the extent of like our classic Saw movies where you're going back decades. Um, but he ends up calling for help, and Finch. It was Finch, right? Like the bird Finch.
Fitch. Fitch.
All right, so Fitch was he didn't respond to the call, and Chris Rock got shot. And Samuel L. Jackson, who plays his dad, smacked him around a little bit. Which, apparently Samuel L. Jackson was the most corrupt of them all. He was king
Article
corrupter.
12.
But and he had a gnarly stash too. He had that mustache going on. Still no hair up top, but a mustache going. And yeah, so finger trap, what he has to do is he's got this contraption on his head. He has to bite down. You gotta bite down and it'll activate the machine and turn the machine on. And the machine will proceed to rip his fingers off. Rip them off. If he opens up his mouth to scream or holler or anything like that, the machine will stop. And he only has a certain amount of time before the water level rises and touches the exposed wire. Which, once again, this one was a little bit more painful because he's having to bite down. Pain, 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 pain. Ah.
Yep.
Bite down, bite down. Ah, pain. Ah, let go. Bite down, zap. So, and you're going through this torturous moment where your fingers are being ripped off just for you to get electrocuted anyway. So what's the point, right? Checking the chat there. So, that was the sad thing about this movie is that there was no like trap plot.
No, it was just a bunch. It was kind of like well, no.
No, see, all the other Saw movies have a trap plot,
Yeah.
and they have a cop plot.
But I think that was also their way of trying to eliminate not being the same. This movie was literally produced by Chris Rock, so we have no idea what he was thinking.
Okay, you know what? Still, if I wanted a plot, a Saw plot, if you're gonna eliminate one of those plots, can we at least let it be the cop plot? Because usually those were the weakest parts of the movies anyway, and they've only been getting weaker. As we said, the trap plots were getting stronger while the cop plots.
The cop plot got stronger, Jason. Every movie, the Hoffinator got stronger. He just sucked in the power from the last Saw movie and just kept going.
Yeah. Too bad he couldn't make it to this one. That would have been a nice surprise.
He escaped out of the room and went to a new one and started.
He just went to a completely new state and was like, I ain't quitting. I don't even have to build traps. I'll just kill him with my hands. You got 30 seconds. You're done. Finished. Shank, shank, shank.
Well, then we move on to the next trap where he gets Angie, the captain of homicide.
Oh yeah, I was about to say we were getting into the Samuel L. Jackson one. I was like, this is yeah, I remember this one. This one was kind of silly too.
Traps are in the evidence room, which happens to be in a vault.
Apparently so.
And she's lying on a table, and she is being tested because she's let the department be corrupt for so long and helped cover it all up with
And now
Samuel L. Jackson. So now they
she's gonna
start
cover.
pouring in, like, she's got like this, not a towel, but it's like this thing over her face, and it drops, and then a spigot is pouring hot wax over her face. And the only way to get it to stop is she's got to sever her spinal cord.
You just got to dig in there.
Ow!
And how you know you're not just gonna suffocate like right on the first go around?
Yeah.
I mean, stuff goes all in your face, and then you just
Like,
yeah. But then I did like when Chris Rock finally got in there, when Banks finally got in there and was trying to peel it off her face, and it was just taking off layers of skin. It's just like nothing but muscle up underneath there
I mean,
from where it had.
that one she's being literally burned and suffocated alive.
Yeah, that was. I'm not gonna lie, these traps are pretty gnarly. I do think these traps are pretty good. Only problem is that there's so few of them.
And no, the next one though was the crazy one, which is uh the cop, or the ex-cop that Banks turned in, was chained to the ceiling, standing up, and Chris Rock had to save him with a key,
Oh my god!
and
You know
it
you
was
keep this.
a big blower with a glass shards just shooting.
Okay, I'm gonna. This one was like the worst one ever.
Like,
Unless they,
worst as in like poorly, or just like gnarly.
no, it just poorly whatever. I mean, this first of all, this machine doesn't exist. I don't think there's a machine out there. I mean, yes, there is a. I'm assuming in recycling. Ooh, excuse me. In recycling factories or recycling plants or whatever, there is a machine that grinds up glass. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a nozzle at the end that launches it out at high speed velocities just in a direction. I don't think that happens. I'm pretty sure it grinds it up. It's
He's a
probably funnels
master
it down.
engineer, Jason.
That's the thing about this movie, Jeremy. That's another thing that we find out. Okay, let's just keep going. This chat was dumb. I don't like this one. It's just stupid.
It was just like it was a big old blower. Like, I'm talking, puppy was
Yeah.
huge, and it's just like,
It just
shoop, 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 shoop.
oh yeah, you got to unlock this guy. Are you sure that the first go around the guy's not gonna be dead because he just had, like 6-inch long pieces of glass wedged into his spine? Yeah, I unchained him, but 50 pieces of glass later,
I mean, even
guys.
Chris Rock had him like wedged into his face and arm.
Yeah.
At one point, he like pulls it out of his arm, and it's like a piece like that long, where
Yeah.
he's just like, ugh.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're lagging.
Yeah, I saw that because you were cutting in and out a couple times there.
But
Uh,
so yeah, it ends up killing the poor dude after just getting glass lodged
Well,
into
that's-
his back for.
yeah, well, that was the guy who killed the witness, apparently.
Yeah, it was the one Chris Rock turned in.
Yeah, that was the guy Chris Rock turned in because apparently he went up to the guy. So you'll testify? Yeah, I'll testify. I'll do whatever I can to do it. And they just shot him. And then he told Chris Rock that,
He pulled a gun on me, and Chris is like,
the
witness pulled a gun on you?
yeah, the witness pulled a gun on you. So then we got that. Then we get the grand finale.
Which I actually liked this one too. I did like this one.
I like how it's definitely something we have before in a Saw movie where you manipulate the victim into looking like the attacker. You know, they said they had Samuel L. Jackson strapped into this machine, and they had like all the tubes and stuff stuck in him. Or I guess they were like, what, are they draining his blood or something?
Yeah.
And Chris Rock had to shoot a target. That's it.
But the
It's like a
killer rigged the door with a wire.
Yes, he did.
So when the cops showed up and they cut the wire, even though Chris Rock got him down, all the lights shut off and the machine started hoisting Samuel L. Jackson back up,
Yeah, he had like spotlights behind him to give him a
a silhouette.
silhouetted look.
A gun falls down and it lifts his arm up, and the SWAT team just unloads.
Extreme amount of force used there. That's what that was. Yep. So, Samuel Jackson, 10 minutes of screen time, 2 minutes of death. This movie was bad. I didn't like it. I mean, I guess if it was a movie by itself, it was an all right movie. The movie's all right. I just don't like it that because they tie it to Saw. But lo and behold, the Jigsaw copycat is
Shanks!
yep, the partner.
Because
Never even saw it coming.
the cop who killed the witness was Shanks' daddy. And he was like, do you
Yes,
know
he
how
was.
hard it was for me to get into homicide, to be your partner, to do all this?
I mean, yeah, this is a lot. He's like, you're the only like good cop on the force. They even made a reference towards the beginning of the movie where Banks said, "Jigsaw doesn't target cops." I mean, technically, no.
But I'd say Jigsaw never killed a cop.
No, he said he never targeted cops.
Well, he's also not a killer.
Jigsaw never targeted cops. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I mean, you can switch it around and go, he didn't target cops, he targeted everyone.
What movie did Kramer target a cop?
Two.
No, he didn't target the cop.
Yes, he did. He was using Donnie Wahlberg.
He exploited Donnie Wahlberg. He didn't use him.
He was the target. He was the test. He targeted Donnie Wahlberg. And then he went after Jeff afterward. Jeff. Oh, good old Jeff. I miss Jeff. Jeff.
Man,
So,
it's funny that we're this far in and like we're thinking back to like Jeff and we're like, I miss Jeff.
I miss Jeff. That's when Saw was cool.
And Mark Wahlberg, or Donnie Wahlberg, I mean.
Yeah, Donnie. Mark's over there playing Transformers.
We get the angry Wahlberg.
He just goes on to play like almost the same character in like Blue Bloods or something. He just plays a cop.
Go then.
So that's Spiral. Yay! Partner gets away. That's the end of the movie. So, Jeremy, what did you think of the movie? I mean, you clearly know my opinion of it.
I mean, is it the best in the series?
No.
No. But is it the worst in the series? No.
Well, okay. Which one's the worst? Think long and hard, Jeremy. Four?
Four.
Is that what you're saying? What was Saw 4? I don't remember Saw 4. That's not the medical one. It wasn't the one with. No, that was the one with um uh Agent Strom.
Yeah.
That was the one with Riggs. That was the Riggs one. Riggs wasn't that bad. I liked Riggs.
Actually, no.
Actually,
No. I
actually, this movie's
consider
probably the worst.
I consider the final chapter 3D, what the one with the
Ah,
many names.
the one with like 15 titles.
That one is the worst.
Uh, I don't remember that one either.
That
Is that
one
the
was
one?
the
Was
worst.
that with the Lincoln Park guy? Um,
No, that was the
Chester.
that was the
Chester,
one with the dude who claimed to be
Chester.
a Saul survivor.
No, Chester Bennington was the one before that. Then.
Yeah, this was the one with the Saul survivor. This is the one that they brought back. My name is Gordon. I'm a doctor.
Yeah, when
When
they
the
better,
Hoffenator literally just went in and destroyed an entire police station and,
Yeah.
and walked away.
Was there even a trap plot in that one? I don't think that was all cop too.
Well, there was a trap plot. It was the poor dude who pretended to be a saw victim, and he had to put the hooks through his pectoral muscles. And his poor wife, who just loved him for him,
That was the
died.
same movie.
Yes.
Oh God, I don't remember this anymore. I give up. I'm done.
So I don't think Spiral is the worst. I think it's low on the totem pole, but I like Chris Rock. And I like Samuel L. Jackson. Even though he's only in it for like
10 minutes.
I could have killed you. I'm the one with the gun. I said I could have killed you. We live in the same building.
Yeah. See, that's what I was talking about. Just some of that, like, just jokey stuff just kind of, yeah. It just didn't feel right.
I get that. I understand that. But, again, it's not the best, but it's definitely not the worst. And we still got one more to go.
Yeah, almost saw it out. Oh, God.
It's okay, Jason. We only have one more game to go.
Yes. Saw X. Jigsaw in space.
No, but
You want to go to space.
space is a great point because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. We get to give so much. And we wanted to give y'all one, since we didn't get to do a podcast last Wednesday due to some work stuff. We decided today we're going to give thanks by giving one more movie review.
Okay, hold on. We got to get through the.
We can do the IMDb and the Rotten
So long before we speed in. Oh, you're cutting it out. That's probably on my end.
If we want to do the IMDb and the Rotten Tomatoes now, we can. Or we can do both movies together.
Yeah, let's just go ahead. Yeah.
All right. Well, Spiral on IMDb on a scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Ooh.
Ooh. Ew. Ooh. Ew. With 65,000 votes, everybody get your thing in.
Put me down for a 4.3. Ooh. I just now looked and saw that PJ had a 4.8. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Everybody's got their votes in. And Ravenfire, your corruption in the Force has led you down a dark path.
Oh God, Jimmy. Not only have you mastered like the original Jigsaw, but now you've got this one pat down. So there you go. Look at you. You could do either one of them.
We must bleed the corruption. You're out.
What?
Jason.
Did you? That was just hold on. That was just. You usually have something like so much better set up.
I
You,
could.
you don't have the will to live, blah blah blah. You're just like, oh, or even fire. You da 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 da. You're out. Okay, you're out. Take a hike. You done? Walk out the door. You're gone.
Jason,
Please tell me I'm just out.
it is because of your will to live that the corruption has bled through and went to you. It is now flowing even more. For that, you must stick your fingers into this trap and pierce through. Give the donation of blood, for any amount will do. You have 10 seconds to decide.
Any amount will do.
Any amount will do.
Just a little finger prick and call it a day.
PJ wins.
Oh, okay, cool. Great. That's real short and sweet. We'll just. Jeez.
It was 5.2.
5.2.
Yep. But let's go to the Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter. All right. So the tomato meter for critics.
Critics, let's put it 55.
Jason, you've sat idly by while innocent blood has been spilled. Now, your tongue must suffer the same fate as those it has caused around you.
Nah. 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 I'm wondering if he did step off, would he just bleed to death in the middle of a subway tunnel?
The other problem with that is if he were to fall off and just accidentally roll off to the side, those tracks are usually lined with for electricity to keep the subways rolling.
Yeah, he would electrocute.
Roll onto that.
Rip his tongue out. Touch that third rail. I guess you had the will to survive, but not the will to not survive. I'm at a paradox.
Ravenfire, your hands have spilt innocent blood, as the tongue of Jason has done. You have two, but now you can only have one. You must pick a hand for sacrifice. PJ. The corruption has continued because you failed to lead. Your people need a leader. And for that you must suffer the ultimate consequence.
What was the consequence?
A pit of snakes that you must crawl through to get the key.
Now you're just making things up.
A little bit.
A little bit.
37%. PJ's like,
Wow.
PJ's like, oh hell nah.
Yeah. Yeah, PJ don't like them snakes.
Yep, critics did not like this movie.
I don't think a lot of people like this movie.
Well, now we're on to this audience score.
61. $61 for the audience score. Come on, Ravenfire.
Yes, Ravenfire. You have 15 seconds to decide.
15 seconds.
The choice is yours. Live or die.
More like liver fly.
PJ.
Overshot me by 1.
Ravenfire. Your lives have spread through everybody. Just like the glass will shred straight through your back. You okay over there?
No. Choking on cheese sticks. Ugh.
Can you bear the glass shards that'll pierce through your back and through the lies?
Now you're just a poet with your words, Jeremy.
Not really. I'm running out of stuff because like there's just not much going on with this.
Not this particular one, no.
And since I am running out, Jason, you lose too.
Wow, that was quick.
And PJ, actually, to be fair, Ravenfire actually did win. She is the closest and the lowest, or in the highest between y'all. It was just fun messing with her. Audience score was a 75%.
What? Audience 75%?
Sure was.
Boy, people really like Chris Rock.
Samuel L. Jackson.
God. Final verdict for me. I give it out of 10. I give it like a 5.
I give it a 6.
I'm gonna give it a 5. I mean, I'd watch it again. I mean, it's not like it's a terrible movie. Just compared to the other ones, it's missing stuff. It's missing like an identity.
Yeah.
It's like it's not sure what it was.
Yeah. And you're lagging out. Well, Jason seems to be frozen a little bit, so I will finish it for him. Yes, this movie does lack a kind of identity. It's like it's trying to be a Saw movie, but not be an exact replica of the Saw movies. So it's kind of in that weird middle ground.
There you go, Jeremy. I'm moving again.
Oh, you froze on mine, so I just continued talking.
Huzzah! Yeah.
So, but like I was saying earlier, we wanted to give y'all something extra for having to miss last Wednesday. So we decided to go on to Shudder and this past Monday and pick a random movie.
Random movie night.
We had no idea what we were going to watch. We just started scrolling through Shudder and we picked something that...
Hey, Jeremy, do you hear that? Do you hear that? Oh, the movie we watched was Mosquito.
You mean that?
Singular. Just one mosquito. Except there wasn't just one mosquito. There was multiple mosquitoes.
Can you see the backdrop?
Oh wait, did you change? I'm sorry, I'm on the Discord right now. I must have lagged out because it's still showing the Saw background.
Give it a second.
Give it a second. Wait, mosquito. Ew! 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 Get that thing out of here. It's so gross. Yuck. Yuck.
So yes,
Yuck.
We watched a movie called Mosquito.
Yes,
And
Mosquito. Not to be confused with one single mosquito, because this movie actually had plenty of giant, ugly mosquitoes. And I'm
so
gonna tell you something. What?
I
Go
was gonna
go ahead.
say this movie started out not what I was expecting, but it started out with an alien spaceship going wee through space. Aliens, aliens,
Aliens.
aliens,
Aliens.
and they crashed onto the Earth.
Yep.
Crashed in, and a mosquito
Mm-hmm.
crawls onto the alien. Goes
Mm-hmm. Bites it.
bites it, sucks its blood.
Ingests its blood.
Alien DNA.
Not alien DNA. So,
Then,
um,
not 10 seconds later,
the main couple bash this thing in with the front of their car. We're not even like, I don't even think we got like 5 minutes into the movie. There's no build up. There's no explanation. It's just like, hey, look, some sort of meteorite spaceship crashed. There's just like a dead alien, and mosquito bites it, and the next thing you know, oh, and they're like,
what do we
what
hit?
is that thing? Yeah, it's a big giant bug. You can't tell me you don't know. Even if you don't know what a mosquito is, you have to look at this thing as a big giant bug. It looks like a big giant bug. And they're just like, let's put it in the trunk. I want to take it to go study.
And they shattered. This thing like shattered. So we're going through and we get introduced to some of the other characters in the movie.
Yes,
And
yes,
we got
yes.
Steve Dixon, who's a United States Air Force meteor chaser. USAF.
You mean Mr. Parks?
No, that's Steve.
That
Yeah, Mr. Parks, played by Steve Dixon.
Yeah, Parks was the character's name.
Then you had Hendrix, the park ranger, who's played by Ron Ashton, who was a guitar player for the band The Stooges.
Yes, I thought I recognized him from somewhere. He like,
But that's not even the best one. We found out that Gunnar Hansen, the Leatherface from the OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre, was in this movie. And him and his family were idiots in this too.
well, his family was idiots. He wasn't much of one. But then you have the couple.
Ray
So
and Megan.
So this movie is the simplest plot that there is that there's not a whole lot of plot. There's not a whole lot of plot to this.
Mosquitoes mutate, they kill people, they blow up the house, and the movie's over.
And that's pretty much it. It is a very one track, just whoosh, right on through. And you know what? I said it after we watched the movie, and I'm gonna say it now. And everyone out there can hear me say this. I like this movie more than Spiral. Yes, I'm gonna admit it is a dumb movie. It makes no sense. There's 101 things about this movie that just irritates me. But this movie is better than Spiral because I could have fun with it. I could enjoy it. I think the biggest thing is that this movie, any plot elements they bring into it, they kind of just, like what we just said. If you heard what we just said at the beginning of the movie, this movie opens up with a space shuttle crashing onto Earth, a mosquito biting the alien's hand, and that's what creates the mutation that makes them so big. They reference the meteor, they reference the radiation coming from the meteor, but they never, ever, ever, ever bring up the alien ever again. They don't bring up anything about. They don't even find the thing at the end because the couple winds up at like this little motel, right? Because the
They're rated.
proboscis,
Yeah, the thing it
the pro,
sticks with.
yeah, I think they call it the proboscis, pierced the radiator of their vehicle, and they had to pull it off, and it would take a couple. What the guy say? Oh, it's gonna take them a couple weeks to fix. A couple weeks to fix a radiator. But they were staying at this hotel. I guess the girl was working park ranger or whatever. So they go to the campground, and everyone's dead except Hendrix. Um, Now I'm gonna admit this movie does have some pretty pretty cool kills in it. I mean, the
Okay,
one guy in the fish.
you just want the one because it stabs a girl in the butt.
Yeah, she gets stabbed like right in the butt cheek, just blah, and she's like, "Oh," and it's just. I mean, these things on these mosquitoes, if you see by the picture, the things on the mosquitoes have to be like what, a foot long, and if it's not a foot long, it does proceed to like push out this slimy needle looking thing.
Well, that's actually it. Actually, that was one of the things I did like about this movie is because like the ones that they did build. Have you ever actually? Do you know how the mosquito like the nose works on one?
Not entirely, no.
So like, it's three parts. The first part, when they land, it goes in and it like saws your skin. It's like a mini serrated saw knife. It saws and then the sides of it like pull the skin open and then the third one goes straight in. And the saw one is connected to the tube, so it like saws and then it pushes it open and then the saw goes deeper and it drains the blood. And that's how it works. So that part you were seeing that would come out with the slime is actually the one that would saw through the skin. It's kind of crazy how it works and the steps that it takes to actually for the mosquito to suck blood.
Hey, you guys are learning then. Having a little lesson on mosquito biology. But yeah, so I think the first guy that gets killed gets it through the eye, just like jams him in the. And that I think that took everyone that was watching was just like, oh my god.
Yes, that was the first mosquito kill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The first death
Well,
was
technically that
no, the first death
was
was when they shot that dude
when they
shot his cousin in the back when he was running from the mosquito.
yeah. Oh, that's so stupid. No, I don't. But yeah, so the first mosquito kill was like right in the eye. It was pretty sweet. And then the one guy got it in the chest. The girl got it right in the butt cheek. Just um. Then it was primarily after that. It was just like kind of grabbing on and stabbing him in the chest type of thing. They took an RV. The survivors took an RV, picked up Earl and Junior, and they ended up crashing the RV because of the mosquitoes. And Junior ends up killed. They all end up in this sewer pipe.
Mm-hmm.
They set all their overshirts on fire. Thank goodness everyone had an overshirt. No one had to go topless. Everyone had an overshirt. So they all burned their overshirts, kept the mosquitoes out, came up, found a house.
And I will say the guy who plays Ray, he looks like a young Charlie Sheen. I think I said that when we were watching it.
Yeah, I don't think he has. I mean, I have to go back and see like what else he's been in. But yeah, so they stay up in this farmhouse, and then come to realize that the basement is full of eggs, and then it turns into Dog Soldiers Part 2. I mean, Mosquito Soldiers, where they're all trying to break into the house. And this is where the movie gets absolutely convoluted. Okay, Well, the movie's convoluted all the way up to this part. Okay, it's just ridiculous. It is definitely a '90s movie. But they end up deciding they're gonna blow up the house. They're gonna lure all the mosquitoes inside the house and blow it up, eggs and all. You get it prepped up, and they're gonna go up the dumbwaiter. That's what it's called, right? A dumbwaiter,
Yeah.
little elevator thing. So they take one up, take two up. Hendrix gets in. They start to lift him, and then all of a sudden it breaks. He goes straight down, straight into the basement. Earl's like going back to go get the chainsaw, which is a funny reference because he picks up the chainsaw and revs it up. He's like, "Wow, I haven't used one of these in 20 years," which is which is ironic because I believe what you said, Texas Chainsaw came out in '74.
Yep.
This movie came out in '94, so yeah, 20 years. Making a chainsaw reference there, but Parks is like, "What are you gonna do?" He's like, "I'm gonna go down there and save him if I can." And then he goes down there, down into the basement, starts chopping up mosquitoes. Parks is left there by himself. He's like, come on, you want to go get?" And he looks over and there's a refrigerator. This man must have been a fan of Indiana Jones because the house blew up. The couple, fortunately, was away from it when it exploded. They had jumped off the roof. Place explodes. They go back, kind of rummage around a little bit. Parks is in the refrigerator, alive. And then they walk away. And that's the end of the movie. Da, 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 da. We don't ever get to know if, possibly Earl may have made it or Hendrix may have made it. Everything just got blown up.
I know they go down. And he's like, "I'm gonna go save your friend." And
And then you never reference it ever again. You don't even get to see Earl die, getting swarmed or something. It never happens. It's just house blows up and that's the end of it. And once again, never mention the alien or the spaceship. They pretty much just walk into the sunset and that's the end of the movie. But you know what? You know what? You know they didn't kill all the mosquitoes. Not every single mosquito was in that county was at that house. And if that alien hand's still out there, they gonna be more of them. This movie was fun. I like this movie.
it was fun, and I would,
I
I would
watch. I
watch.
watch it again.
I would, and I've picked my single movie.
What movie did we do before Saw? It's been so long.
Um, I don't know. I have to look on. Evil Dead Rise.
Okay, so we went from series to series, and now it's just single. Okay, got it.
Yep, and I've already figured out which one I'm gonna do. And
Hey,
it's
can't wait until next
I'm
week.
not I'm not gonna tell you, but I will tell you who's in it.
Well,
The
this
guy
might
who
just-
plays Ray in this movie, he's in it. And do you know who Dan Haggerty is?
name sounds familiar.
He played in I know PJ knows, but he plays in
Well, it wasn't the Scarecrow movie, was it?
no, but he plays in like Escape to Grizzly Mountain and the Grizzly Mountain movies and the old
yeah, I never
TV
know.
and the old TV show Grizzly Mountain.
Yeah, I never really watched those.
Um,
Not really one for grizzly people.
he played in The Capture of Grizzly Adams. It's an older show. But it'll be fun.
I can't wait because you always get some sort of weird stuff.
A little
This
bit.
sounds like it could. This sounds like it could be a weird. Is it a shark movie?
No.
This is a shark movie.
No. But
Oh, I can't believe we're coming to an end on Saw. It feels like we've been doing this forever.
um but no, like like you said, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie too, and it was fun. I would watch it again.
Yeah,
Um,
it's corny. It's got a whole lot of issues. It's not a good movie, but it's a fun watch. I think we've I think this is like one of the first times during movie Monday we all really got like kind of into it. You know, you watch your seventh Saw movie and you make little quips here and there, and you just run in the course at that point. But when you see a giant mosquito get hit by a Plymouth, you know you got something going on.
well,
Uh,
let's see what IMDb thought of Mosquito with 2.8 thousand reviews on a scale of 1 to 10.
3.6.
Jason is going with that 3.6.
3.6. Oh, PJ, a 2. You have no hope for this movie. Oh, goodness gracious. I believe that this movie at least had some sort of.
We are just waiting on Ravenfire.
Yeah, Raven, right? Raven, Raven. We need a number, Raven.
You have 10 seconds to decide.
No, Jeremy, we're done with Saul right now.
Oh. Yeah, you get a mosquito needle in the butt.
Yeah. A mosquito needle in the butt.
So now you're back from outer space. I just walked in here to find that sad look upon your face. I should have made you leave your keys. I should have changed that stupid lock. If I'd known for just 1 second, you'd be back to bother me. So go on now, go. Walk out the
Where is it?
door.
Where is this going?
Wait, no. Oh, there she is. With a
Yeah,
2.5.
you're just hanging out now, Jeremy. Just singing a song, waiting for Raven to respond, and she's already responded. So let the show continue.
Well, PJ, I'm sorry, you're too low. Ravenfire,
Yay!
I'm sorry, but you're too low.
Yay!
It
Well, that should
came
be
in
too high.
came at a 4.8 out of 10. Jason, you got it.
4.8 for the mosquito. Yeah.
Now, on to the mosquito meter.
The mosquito meter.
That's a good one right there.
The mosquito meter.
That's a.
The mosquito meter.
What you got, Jason?
At one point, this was going to be my supervillain name, the Mosquito. I'm gonna go with a. Oh, this is critics. I'm gonna go with a 3.4.
A 34?
Yes, a 34. Let's go with 34. Sorry, I was still thinking.
PJ, the skeeter meter.
Skeeter meter. Yes, the skeeter meter.
All right.
Oh.
Ravenfire, you're too low. Jason, you're too low.
Oh no.
Mom, PJ, you win it. It is a 60%. It is actually not a splat.
This movie's not a splat.
Nope. It only got 5 critic reviews, but it is not a splat.
5 critic reviews, but it is fresh.
It is not a splat.
It's a fresh movie. It is clean.
Some of the CGI was really bad. It's like watching Birdemic.
Yes, I will admit some of the CGI, and they had like some little claymation thing, but just seeing like those like giant sized mosquitoes, like the practical ones,
Yeah.
with just the detail they put into it, you can look at it and just go, ugh, that's so gross. They did it right then. That's you know, I will never look at a mosquito the same way anymore. Hey, remember the head park ranger or whatever he was? He had that little splat box. Little
Well, that sucks. I just found
what?
out Birdemic is a series.
Yeah, I think it was like two.
Yeah, they've got 3 movies out.
Ew. Oh yeah, we want to torture some people. That's the way to go.
That should be our next series.
Oh, hey, I ain't wasting my series on that. You
So-
can waste yours.
It's only 3. I'll be alright.
Maybe we'll do it for Christmas or something. We'll have like a little Christmas special. Birdemic.
All right. Now it's
Everyone
time
get-
for the audience score.
Um, 50, 52.
52.
52.
Hey, so while everybody puts their answers in, real quick, Jason, just a little fun little fact that I realized, or I read, in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze, right? The guy who plays Leonardo in the costume is the same guy who, when April was at the office, told her, the guy who's like, Donnie's on the phone. He like leans back and he tells April that Donatello's calling her.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same actor.
I didn't realize that was him, but yeah, I mean they do that in a lot of the movies. They usually have like the what is it? They usually have like the actors actually make an appearance in the role. I think I can't remember if it was the taxi driver or if it was the passenger, but one of those was one of the stunt guys for the Turtles.
I
think
read it today and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's interesting.
But like what's his name? Kino?
Yeah, he was one of the turtles in the first one.
He was Donatello. He was Donatello. This tangent's getting really weird with mosquitoes and ooze.
What the heck was that? Looked like a big mosquito.
Well, that mosquito didn't just roll off their car. That thing went splat.
All right. So with the audience score, Ravenfire, you're too high.
Buzz.
Jason, you're too high.
Buzz.
And PJ, you're too high.
Buzz.
The audience score was a 38%.
Wow, actually
Critics liked it more than the audience.
This
Which is
time,
really weird.
this time the audience had no taste. Nope.
Well,
Nope.
that is all the time that we have for today.
Buzz.
We hope that you've enjoyed this little extra to kind of liven up the Saw series.
This one's getting. Okay. I am actually on my Spotify. I am working on a playlist that uses themes from the different movies that we've reviewed and maybe some songs, a lot of Ice Nine Kills and stuff like that. But I just got to realizing Mosquito is really going to be hard to find something.
Yeah, some of these like one-offs are like the Scarecrow one we watched last time.
Yeah, the last random movies. That's what I'm just calling bonus movies.
So it was, like I said, this whole one was a lot of fun. But
The Scarecrow one was fun too.
it was. But we got one more Saw movie and the franchise is over
For now.
for now. But we will see y'all hopefully next week. Same time, same campfire. Hopefully no big mosquitoes will be buzzing around trying to hit us in the booty.
It's in the booty. The booty.
But we will see all y'all next week. And Monday, Movie Night Monday, with Saw X, the brand new Saw that none of us have seen before.
Oh, this could be so exciting.
Tobin
Or it's
Bell
gonna be,
comes back.
or it's. I think they got. Kramer's making an appearance. Well, I mean, it's probably due to the flashbacks between 2 and 3, but Kramer, Young, hopefully Hoffman.
The Hoffinator.
Get the Hoffman back. So yeah. Hopefully it's good. I would like to actually go out on this franchise with a little bit of, old school Saw. I don't want this kind of new Jigsaw or Spiral type thing. I want like old school Saw.
Yeah. Well, we will see y'all next week. Everyone stay safe and avoid the skeeters.
Yeah, avoid them skeeters. Get that off. Later.
You picked John Kramer?
The cancer is still spreading. I'm afraid there's nothing else we can do. There is one person who might be able to help.
Our program is a two-pronged treatment outside Mexico City. The results have been stunning.
She saved my life.
You're in very good hands with us.
After that, what happens then?
Your whole life happens then. John Kramer.
According to these scans, the tumor was never removed.
How much time do I have?
Months, at best.
I still have a lot of work that needs to be done. Hello, everyone. It's time to play a game. You all pretended to cure me, but what I have planned for each of you is very real.
Peace came upon me. No light, no sound.
The only thing I have not provided is your anesthetic. But trust me, you will want to remain alert. Out of all the men to cheat, you picked John Kramer? Please, don't hesitate. Place a big enough piece of your cerebral tissue into the glass enzyme tank. This will save your life.
So sleep, silent
This is not retribution. It's a reawakening. Live or die. The choice is yours.